Happy Friday, guys! Welcome to today's live stream. For those of you who are new, my name is TJ and I stream flight sim adventures every Wednesday and Friday at 1 PM UTC. Yes, it is a very nice plane. I'll tell you more about it in a minute. Welcome, by the way, to Rensemiddel and Greek Warrior. Good to see you guys here. How are you doing? So, one quick announcement, guys. I'm back at work next week, so streams are going to go back to once weekly. They will be on Fridays only for the next few weeks. Sad times, I know. So today, guys, we are flying the tiny Cirrus Jet on a short sightseeing hop around the UK, and that should be a nice contrast to the 3-hour long haul that we did on Wednesday. Okay, so let me close Streamlabs and let's jump inside the plane. So look at this, it's a beautiful private jet, tiny private jet. So let's go, batteries 1 and 2. Okay, lovely. So we need to get our frequencies tuned in here before we do anything. So we will want the ILS at Birmingham, where we're going. We will want 110.10 for our ILS arrival. Just check if we have any ATC online here. Not where we're going, so that's fine. So we'll go on to Unicom, which is 122.8 for our departure out of Cardiff today. So we need to turn on our transponder. Let's go on. And the code, I'm going to want my flight number, which is 1103. Lovely. That's our squawk. Okay, so let us start our engine, guys. So it's a really nice interior, man. Really nice interior. And there we go. That's the Cirrus Jet all started up. If we just pop down here, you can see the M1 rising. That's fine. So we'll get engine gen on. We'll turn on oxygen, fresh air, bleed, pro-P. We'll get the anti-ice on just in case. The lights will go for just our strobe lights. Sorry, just our nav lights at the moment. Okay, let's get our flight plan into our G1000 here. So we will go push cursor, want the Cirrus flight plan, we'll load that in. Are there any AIs? No, but we are on VATSIM, so we're flying online, so all the planes we might see will be real people, and all the ATC we might talk to will also be real people. So our barometer here, guys, is 3000, so that's correct. That one there, sorry. Our wind, we'll turn on the wind. That is already switched on, so that's fine. Got 12 knot headwind at the moment. We'll pop down to our map and just get our terrain radar turned on there. Lovely. Okay, let's set some flaps, guys. Cool, so we'll pop down, we're going to select our altitude. I want to cruise today, because we're just a small plane, at 2,500 feet. Going to get it into nav mode, guys, and also going to make sure the flight director is on. That's cool. It automatically turns on when you press nav mode in this, I believe. Going to go into vertical speed mode, guys, and we will want a climb of 1,000 feet per minute. And the autopilot is engaged. Lovely. VATSIM link. So yes, there is indeed. You just have to search for the flight number. So if you go on to, let me sort this out with Nightbot for you. There we go. So Nightbot should give you a link to track the flights. So let's get our airport VS turned on. We will want, guys, to go from 30 at Cardiff, so it's just a right turn. We're going to cross the runway and come back. There we go, Nightbot is awake. Happy days. Alright, let's try and squeeze behind this Cessna, guys. So flight time today, we're not taking the most direct route between Cardiff and Birmingham, because if we did it would take 5 minutes. We're taking sort of, I don't know, sort of scenic route. Taking a scenic route from Cardiff to Birmingham today, but flight time should only be about an hour and a half today, guys, end to end. So let us get off the apron. Let's get onto this taxiway here, guys. There we go. Just have a look across here. Make sure no one's landing. Good. Okay, we'll cross the runway. Then we'll loop round and get back onto it. So at Cardiff we're using default scenery, because the default scenery that comes with... Okay, cool. I will see you soon, Greek Warrior. Thank you very much, man. The scenery that comes with X-Plane for Cardiff is actually better than the custom scenery you can download, so we're using that. In about 20 minutes or so, we should be well on our way, guys. Okay, let's taxi over here. And you can see on our flight display on the right hand side on the G1000, you can see the path we're going to take out of Cardiff today. So we're flying the is that Draken 1 Alpha departure. So we're flying a proper SID from Cardiff, and we're going to take a proper star into Birmingham. We're going to take the Olive 1 Bravo star, and then we'll fly vectors to final, which we'll program into our G1000s when we get there, guys. Okay, so almost at the runway here. There'll be some really nice scenery actually as we depart here, and there'll also be a beautiful sunset. It's a little bit cloudy at the moment, but hopefully there will be a beautiful sunset for you guys to see once we get in the air. So there we go. Let's get ourselves lined up, guys. The only thing about the Cirrus Jet, because it is a laminar research plane, it kind of just comes with default sounds. I don't know if somebody has released a sound pack for it, but I guess it would be nice if they did. So guys, here we are, runway at Cardiff. Okay, let's get ourselves lined up. Nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to go a little bit more than half throttle here to get ourselves off the ground, guys. So nice, we don't want like a full power takeoff roll because it's such a light plane. If we had a strong crosswind, it would kind of just blow us way out of line. So you'll see in a minute it will just start to lift. With that headwind it should be around the 70 knot mark. And here we go, guys, we can start lifting the nose. There we are. Nose is up, go gear up, go flaps up, guys. Just going to make sure our autopilot is on, it seems to be. Okay. Just going to up power as well for us to climb. And there we go, guys. That is us departing. That is us departing Cardiff Airport here. Happy days. Okay, so I'm just going to keep an eye on the speeds and that kind of thing as we climb out here, guys. Just we'll look out the window though. We'll look out the window while we do that. Just keeping an eye on everything. You can see the flight director's holding. We're in GPS nav mode and going 1,000 feet per minute until 2,500. Nicely on our GPS track here. To our left is St. Athan Airport. I think it's just like a little airstrip near Cardiff Airport. The weather is pretty poor today here, but like I say, hopefully we should see some sunset fairly soon. Okay, about 1,000 from our cruise altitude here. Once we level off, ooh, rain, lovely. Once we level off, just keep an eye on the speed as we climb. Ooh, heavy turbulence at Manchester, guys. Somebody either going back to Glasgow or diverting to Gatwick. And this is our first right turn on the SID out of Cardiff Airport, guys. It will take us over the Welsh valleys, so some nice scenery going on there. The thing I've noticed about the Cirrus Jet in X-Plane, so the autopilot does kind of tend to hunt a bit as it's rolling, as it finally gets itself on the nav track. Just keeping an eye on my speed, guys. We don't want to go above 250 knots, below 10,000. Ooh, so much for that scenery, huh? We've got a 13 knot wind across our nose at the moment, guys. Lightning strikes, all kinds of nastiness going on. This is our weather radar up here. You can see some fairly heavy weather just to our left, guys. Just going to back off. That throttle a little bit here, just to make sure we don't exceed 250. We are well in the soup, guys. Well in the soup here. But we are staying away from this nasty weather front to our right. Yeah, these are some tough conditions today, guys. Really, really nasty. So look at this. This is that's our terrain down there, guys. And then if we turn this on, this is our weather. Got some nice red weather area just over to our left. Terrible conditions today. Absolutely awful. Okay, so while we're in the soup here, guys, I'm going to go procedures. I'm going to select our approach at Birmingham Airport. I'm going to want the INS on 33, and we'll go via BHX. Lovely. Minimums we don't really need. I'm going to load that in. So if we look at our flight plan, guys, you can see as we get towards Birmingham, as we get towards the star, we now have the option to select our approach as well. So there we go. Cool. Just get back to let's get back to where we are. Let's go up here. Cool, and there we go, guys. That's our approach. Just programmed in there, and that's where we currently are. Lovely. Get rid of the flight plan, and can also zoom this out a little bit. It's got a right turn coming up, and we are getting hammered by the weather across the valleys, guys. Nasty, nasty weather. This is what you want to stay away from, the red weather. But it's still seriously turbulent in the green stuff as well, guys. Jeez. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god, wow. We are getting strewn about here, guys. How much the aircraft is moving in the wind there, wow. Okay, let's make a right turn here. Not that we can really see a lot, but let's make a right turn through this cloud. Yeah, it was a nasty bit of weather there. But it's okay, we're nice and safe in our Cirrus Jet, guys. Nice and safe in here, we'll be fine. Hey Perazzo, welcome sir, welcome, how you doing man? We've just been strewn around like ragdolls in this plane here, man. The weather is insane, but at least it makes it a little bit more interesting, huh? I need to buy some new lights for my green screen as well. I might actually, that's a good use of donations to pick some up, I think. I'll pick up some lights for my green screen because it's a little bit dark in here. You can see some grey stuff over my shoulders there. So I will get some new lights. Okay, so this is the end. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah. So this is the end of our right turn. Then we've got a left over Cardiff City. Don't know how much of it we'll be able to see. Over Cardiff City and then out across the water towards Bristol. My god, guys. Check this out. You know, I was saying we could do with some interesting weather. Well, we've certainly got it. We've certainly got the interesting weather we asked for, guys, haven't we? Wow. Back into the fog. I wouldn't fancy doing this flight in VR today. Getting bounced up and down. Oh, the graphics are stunning in heavy weather and sort of sunset. This is why I chose this time of day, because the graphics are just awesome at this time, man. Especially if you have like a really good looking plane like this. So on our left coming up, guys, we'll have the city of Cardiff itself, and we'll be able to see some nice landmarks as long as we stay out of these horrible clouds here. We will see. You'll also see some of my custom scenery that's available on the .org store, not the store, sorry, forum. I don't said it, it's not good enough to sell. You'll see some of my custom scenery that's available on the .org forum for free as we fly over Cardiff as well. So Cardiff City itself is the Wycliffe Barrett landmark scenery, but you'll see a few bits of mine in a minute as well, guys, as we fly over here. So down here we've got the castle, we've got the Millennium Stadium, we've got some of the apartment buildings and that sort of thing, some of the bigger office buildings in Cardiff. That is the wrong window. There we go, we want this one here. So we fly over these landmarks. So we go, we've got the castle, we've got the stadium, guys. Got all the landmarks of the city of Cardiff. It's even modelled the little hotel as well. How about that, eh? How about that? This is the bay over here, Cardiff Bay, with the Millennium Centre. And guys, what do we have here? We have a Swedish furniture store. We have an IKEA. From my IKEAs of the World scenery. How about that? So as we come over the bay here, we've got the city disappearing into the distance. We've got a nice hotel just over here, and this is the ice hockey arena and sort of a swimming pool. So there you go. Grab a screenshot. This looks really nice. This is the city of Cardiff, guys. It's fairly, you know, it's a fairly nice looking city, if I say so myself, eh? And there we go. As we're leaving Cardiff now, guys, rolling to our next waypoint. Let's go back to our flight deck. The A350 bug might have just been the preset you were using. Someone might have noticed it by X-Vision. Yeah, I hope so. I haven't flown it myself yet, but hopefully X-Vision doesn't break the A350. Alrighty, so as we're flying towards our next waypoint at Bristol, guys, we just zoom out, we'll be able to see it. There we are. Let's take in some views of this wonderful aircraft from outside. Ah, there we go, look at these graphics, guys. This is with Mr. Matt's X-Vision preset, and it's looking really, really nice today. There we are. So we'll stay with this view for a little bit, taking the scenery across the water as we head out towards Bristol, guys. Fun fact about the Cirrus, it has one of the airframe parachute systems. So if it all goes wrong, provided you are below, I think it's 120 knots, you can pull the parachute and it will come shooting out of the airplane and hopefully get you down to the ground safely, or at least in better shape than the airplane would have been had it crashed. So into the soup again. I'm not going to demonstrate the parachute, but I did accidentally set it off yesterday while I was learning the Cirrus Jet. It happens. So guys, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the music as we fly towards Bristol here in the UK. So the Cirrus Jet is the cheapest private jet you can buy. It's only $2 million, I think. But I believe that includes servicing and that sort of thing as well. So it's not all bad. It's not all bad, guys. Excuse me. Okay, heading in towards Bristol now, guys. Ahead of us we have Bristol Airport. So we're going to fly directly overhead Bristol Airport, and then we'll make a right turn as we head towards London. And of course at London you should see all of the, weather permitting, you'll see all of the scenery, all of the landmarks as well, guys. So I downloaded the new Zebo mod, the new Zebo 737. It's really polished now. It's really nice. It flies very well. I took it out for a quick flight before the stream. Flies really well, very reliable, very easy to fly. So it's a fantastic plane right now. Here we go, crossing Bristol Airport now, guys. got a right turn coming up here. There we go. I don't know what road that is snaking away from us. I believe, as the plane straightens itself out, I believe it may be the M4 heading east. And guys, what do we have off our wing here? We have... how about that? Another Swedish furniture store, guys. Another IKEA. The Bristol IKEA. It's just disappearing there over our wing. There we go. There's a lot of IKEAs. A lot of IKEAs in this country, guys. But there is your Bristol one. Alrighty, so let's head back to the flight deck. We're heading out towards London. We're going to fly over Reading fairly shortly as we basically follow the M4 to the east. So let's pop outside for this bit, guys. See what the nicest view is. Oh, yes, I would say... I'd say that looks pretty nice right now. So the sunset was nicer when there wasn't like heavy clouds, but I think it still looks pretty damn beautiful as we cruise in our Cirrus Jet. A nice, almost VFR flight today at 2,500 feet, just across the UK, taking in some sights, some scenery, some sunset. It's all very lovely stuff, and we should have a fairly challenging approach at Birmingham because this weather is awful. So we will see, guys. We'll see how it goes, eh? Okay, so we are about 30 miles or so from our next waypoint, guys. Which is right there. Just over Reading. You can see where in the UK we are. So this is the South Wales coast, and that's all the nasty weather. Jeez. But out here the weather seems fairly reasonable, touch wood, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for a nice safe flight and a soft landing, eh? So we keep disappearing into the soup and back out again. Wow, there is nothing to see here at the moment, guys, is there? My god. Right, okay, this is a good time, guys. this is a very good time, I think, to do our cabin tour of the Cirrus Jet. So, I think you'll like this. As we look behind us, we have 5 sports seats. I don't know how you'd fit 5 people into this jet. I guess it's bigger than it looks, but we have 5 sports seats in the back of our Cirrus Jet here. And quite a nice view for all of the passengers. There we go. It's quite a nice, it's a nice wing view right there, I think. There we are. What do we reckon? Let's say there. So let's check out this wing view for now as we continue our cruise, guys. You've seen the cabin. It's a really nice cabin. You get your $2 million worth, that's for sure. Apparently this is like a very light jet. It actually weighs less than a Bugatti car. So if you have $2 million to spare, buy the jet instead of a car. It's faster. Got traffic over here at Gatwick. But luckily we're nowhere near it, which is all good. So we're passing over the rolling hills of the West Country over these storm clouds, guys. I love this view here. This is my all-time favourite view from the Cirrus Jet. Sitting in that middle seat at the back. Hello Venkatesh, welcome sir, welcome back. Good to see you again, man. I do hope you are enjoying the Cirrus Jet flight. As you can see, the weather is absolutely terrible, and it's very difficult to see outside at the moment. But as soon as we clear this cloud, we're just heading towards London. So as soon as we clear the cloud, hopefully, you should be able to see some landmarks fairly soon. But there is a reason we're flying an instrument plan today. Excuse me. Yeah. There is a reason we're flying an instrument plan today, guys, in these conditions just below the clouds. Because the weather is just shocking. So last night when I was learning the Cirrus, had some nice sort of classical music going on. It's a classy jet to fly, and it was nice to just kind of sit back, chill, take in the scenery, and listen to some tunes, as I hope you're doing now. Glass knob, where did I learn the start procedures for the different jets? So, the big stuff like the Boeings, the Airbuses, that kind of thing. I watched YouTube videos for the Tupolevs as well. I watched YouTube videos, tutorials, and then I made my own checklists from those tutorials. With the GA stuff, so stuff like the Cirrus Jet, the Cessnas, the Beechcrafts and that kind of thing, you can pick it up fairly easily, so you just kind of press buttons in those more simple planes, and then obviously I made a checklist once I knew what the procedure was for those. So the Cirrus Jet I only learnt last night, but it was fairly easy to pick up as there's literally 4 buttons to start it up. It is the cheapest private jet in the world, Venkatesh. Yes, it is. Cheaper than some luxury cars, I believe. When it comes to learning the GPS and the systems, what you will see, Glass knob, is that you will see most general aviation planes use one of 3 Garmin GPSs. They either use the 430, the 530, or the 1000, which this one is using. The 430 and 530 basically work the same way, so once you've learned one, you can use that in all the aircraft that have it. And the G1000, the glass cockpit here, this is based on the same principles as the 430 and the 530. It's just laid out slightly differently, and usually tied to a more sophisticated autopilot. So yeah, once you start off by learning the Garmin 430, and then sort of go from there. But once you know the Garmin systems, you'll be able to step into any general aviation craft and fly it. So I hope that was helpful, man. Also use, I tend to usually get the procedures right in my streams, so obviously watch my streams as a guide if you need to. Yeah, the Bugatti, Bugatti equals Cirrus Vision Jet, about the same price, man. About the same price. I was just saying that you should buy the Cirrus because it's faster, much faster. Wow, this weather is not improving, guys. Not improving at all. So we have the town of Reading just coming into view off our wing as we're following the west to east motorway, which is the orange strip in the corner there. We're following that to London, and then from London we'll swing a left turn and we'll head up for landing at Birmingham Airport, as long as the weather is okay. Even if it isn't, we'll give it a go anyway. No worries, Glassnob, but I not fancy doing it for a living? Nah, man. Nah. I like, it's more fun, like, pretending to fly planes on a computer. For one, if you make a mistake, it doesn't really matter. But EGBB is Birmingham, Venkatesh. So yeah, no, I wouldn't like to do it for a living. I just enjoy pretending to fly the planes, man. Pressing all the buttons, making them go. Weather reloads, lovely. And it also means that you don't have to rigidly adhere to the official checklists. You can just make a checklist that works for you and follow that, man. I did have a few flying lessons in a Cessna 150F when I was like 16 years old, but yeah, it's not something that I'd like to do professionally for sure, man. I'm happy with my current job for sure. Okay, so we're just coming up to the Reading waypoint here, guys. We are well in the clouds. We are well in the clouds here, guys. Okay, so as we hit the waypoint here, guys, we'll just take a look out of the window. Oh, for what it's worth. There we are, cool. Hopefully we can stay below the clouds for a little bit at least. So we are currently skimming right below them, man. There we go, this is our turn onto the waypoint here, guys. And back into the clouds. So there we go, just chilling and enjoying the wind views, guys. Oh, thank you, Venkatesh. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, man. Glad you're enjoying the views, and yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying the sort of the content that I'm putting out, man. It's awesome that people are responding to it. Makes it more fun. As a captain, I imagine it would be hard for you to stop giving the passengers the lowdown every 2 minutes. Exactly, man. Exactly, dude. So, blink and you'll miss it as we just headed into the clouds, guys. But, just found another Swedish furniture store. How about that? Yet another IKEA in Reading, guys. Yeah, so Glassnob, you know, because I'm streaming, it's kind of boring for people to just sit there and look out the window of the plane, right? So I feel like it's more fun if you're explaining how the plane works and what you're seeing and what's going on. I guess it kind of makes it a little more interesting. Also, it's my job. I'm a teacher, so I can't kind of resist. I can't resist talking too much, man. It's a nightmare for your throat, though. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it, guys. So we're not too far from London now. If I pop down to the GPS and show you guys where we are. So this is Heathrow. This is London City. As we make a left turn over Heathrow, we'll see the London landmarks. This is the River Thames. We'll see the London landmarks just off our window here, and then we'll head up. We'll head on up to Brickman's Park, left turn, and up to Birmingham we go. And this is Heathrow Airport, just coming into view off our nose here, guys, for 2 runways of Heathrow. We've got some traffic up here. British Airways just departing Heathrow Airport, but we can see in the top right there. And back into the soup. Have I tried to land drunk? Yeah, all the time, man, all the time. Usually, I'm just as good as I am when I'm sober. Yeah, if I've been out for a meal and I've had a couple of beers, I'll come home and play Flight Simulator, fly a plane, and usually it's just fine, dude. But don't drink and fly. But yeah, I have quite a bit, and it usually works out, man. Usually works out. Touch wood. Do I play PUBG then, Katish? No, I play Fortnite, man. I play Fortnite on Switch, actually, not on PC, but I play Fortnite, yeah. My best finish in Fortnite, as we see another British Airways leaving Heathrow in the top left corner. My best finish on Fortnite is 2nd place. Essentially what I did is, you know, you can collect like a bush, you can pick up a bush item. I hid in a bush, let everybody kill each other, and then there were only 2 of us left at the end. But the thing is, as soon as I try to shoot people, as soon as I try to fight, like, I just get killed instantly. I'm really good at the hiding bit. I can hide. So yeah, I love sitting in a shed or sitting in a bush and just hiding from people. But yeah, no good at the actual combat side of Fortnite. So one day I might win. Who knows, man? Who knows? We are right back into turbulent skies and terrible rainy conditions over Heathrow here, guys. I would not fancy landing down there. We have a 19-20 knot crosswind, tail crosswind coming across us at the moment over Heathrow, guys. My God. Woohoo! Feel that turbulence. Yeah, wow. And yet Heathrow is still very busy down there. Guess the big jets do not care so much about the turbulent skies. Ooh. Okay, so we've got a left turn coming up here, guys, as we leave Heathrow and we head out towards London. lightning and everything. Check that out. My goodness. Next time, fly an Indian route in a 777. So I don't have a 777, but I know there is one available. I could definitely do the 737 though. I don't know if the 777 is any good. Apparently, it's like not that great, and they're working on it at the moment. But yeah, I'll fly an Indian route at some point. I will add it to my suggestions list, man. Where would you recommend, Venkata, if we're flying in India? Where would you recommend, man? Okay, so just off our right window, guys, you'll see some London landmarks starting to come into view. As we get closer to the city. Delhi to Mumbai, yeah? How long does that take, dude? How long is Delhi to Mumbai? Okay, so just off to our right, so we'll take this wing view. We'll have London City Airport, and we'll have the landmarks of the City of London as well. 2 hours 15, yeah, that sounds good. We can do that. Might be a good place. Oh, clouds, as we are just getting close to London. Damn. Okay, so off our wing, guys. If I have this right. We have the BT Tower right there. We have the London Eye hidden in the fog. Wow, clouds. Nice. We might get to see some of London, guys. We might get to. You never know. But right now it's pretty soupy. There we are. Are we clearing the... Yes, we are clearing the fog. Okay, what do we have here? Ah, it's just too foggy, guys. You saw some landmarks. Okay, here we are. Right. We have hidden in the fog here. We have some of the skyscrapers of the City of London, guys. Have the Shard just there. Or is that with BT? That's with BT Tower, guys, not the Shard. There we are. Got the Shard, the BT Tower here. And somewhere hidden in the fog is the rest of London. So there we go, guys. Some landmarks. It's all good. There's only so much you can see in these conditions, eh? London City Airport, I believe, is just over there. You cannot predict it in X-Plane map. No, that's fine. I'll put it through. I'll put it through SynBrief, man, and we'll see. Let's take in this view here. So we are just heading up to the Brickman's Park waypoint, guys. So let's continue to just look off this wing here. And see what we can see. There we go. Alrighty, and now we've made our left turn, guys. We've flown past London. We've tried to make out some of the landmarks in the fog there. We've flown past London. And we are just heading up to Birmingham now for our landing. So the plane is just straightening itself out. This is sort of North London here. We're heading into the Midlands, into the West Midlands, up the UK, towards Birmingham, guys. So there we go. That's sort of the main sightseeing part of our trip today done. The weather wasn't too terrible. We saw what did we see? We saw Cardiff and its bay. We saw some London landmarks, and we also saw a couple of IKEA stores, 3 IKEA stores. How about that, eh? What more can you want, guys? What more do you want? And the weather seems to have improved. Thankfully, we seem to clear the horrible fog and the clouds as we left London. So my favourite aircraft is... Tough to decide, man. It's tough to decide. Probably depends what day of the week you ask me. I don't know. I don't know. I like the Airbuses. I do like the Airbuses. I have like a favourite in each type of aircraft. So my favourite airliner, either the 737 or the A319. My favourite long haul plane is the A350, especially when version 2 comes out. My favourite sort of general aviation plane, probably this. My favourite business jet is the Falcon 7X, I'd say. Favourite supersonic plane is either the Tupolev 444 by Ramses, or it's the Fireflash that I built. So there we go, lots of favourite planes. When I'm flying the Airbus, do I change from a yoke to a joystick? I only have a joystick. I've got a Thrustmaster HOTAS stick and throttle. So yeah, it's joystick the whole way, man. Alright, there we go. We've sat inside the plane for long enough, guys. So let's take in some nice scenery out the window, outside the aircraft here. So you can see it's got a lot darker. We're going to have a night landing into Birmingham today, guys. Should be pretty awesome. Concorde is your favourite plane, British Airways. Yes, there is a good Concorde coming out soon for X-Plane, I believe. So yeah, I will get that when it comes out, and hopefully I'm expecting that to be my favourite supersonic plane, man. So I've turned the reflections up a bit in X-Plane just for this flight, just so that you can see how nice this plane looks. The frame rate's taken a little bit of a hit, but we'll be back to our usual 60 FPS for next stream. I'm glad the weather has improved. It's a good sign for our landing, at least. Otherwise it could get pretty scary. That's more fun, right? Have I tried flying in an engine failure? No, I haven't yet. But I'm told that quite a lot of autopilots can just kind of trim it out. So I think the Airbuses certainly, if you're flying with one engine out, you can't really tell. As far as people say, anyway. It would be quite good fun to try, wouldn't it? Take off with one engine, see how far we can get. See how well the autopilot handles it. Your English grammar is just fine, Venkatesh. It's very good, man. It's very good. So no worries there. Oh, I need a more comfortable headset. I really do. So guys, next X-Plane purchases, next new jets, but of course I'll use some of the very kind donations for that I've had. I'm leaning towards the Reality XP Garmin 430, just so we've got sort of more realistic, even more realistic GPS when we're flying the small planes, or the FlyJSim 727 is also on my list, so that, you know, we can learn the INS. We've also got Flight Factor 350 update coming out soon, which is on my shopping list. So I will definitely be using the sort of the very kind donations that I've been given for the stream to buy some of that stuff and show it off to you guys on the stream fairly soon. My last sort of donator celebration was the supersonic Soviet Tupolev, the Tu-444, which I think put on an absolutely awesome show. So yeah, I'm glad I was able to put those ones to good use and show you guys that Tupolev as well. And here we go. This is a right turn over towards. And go over towards the start of our star. So guys, hop down to the G1000s here. And this is the entry waypoint onto our star, onto our approach. So we fly in rounds here. That'll take us roughly to the airport. And then we can also see our procedure on the screen just over here. We fly from Olive out to BHX, and then that loops us around onto 3-3. Live stream of other games. Yeah, I mean, like, I think people like Flight Sim. I think maybe people like Flight Sim and follow me because of the Flight Sim. I don't know if I started streaming other games, whether my Flight Sim viewers would not like it. And I don't really want to have like a separate channel for Flight Sim and non-Flight Sim either. That's nice scenery. It's a nice view. So yeah, I'm not sure, Venkatesh. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that, you know, that I'll grow sort of semi-regular Flight Sim following, as long as I'm making stuff that people enjoy, as long as people are watching and having fun, as long as I'm having fun. It's all good, man. It's all good. Grabbing some screenshots right there, guys. There you go. Pretend this is your seat. Pretend you are sat in the middle seat at the back of a Cirrus Jet. In fairly nice, clear sunset skies across the United Kingdom right now. He says as we disappear into fog. Amazing. There we go. There we go, yeah. Oh, it looks so nice. I can't stop taking photos. These pictures will of course make it into the stream intro, possibly for next week. There we go. Let's see what we can see from the flight deck here, guys. Keep taking pictures. I'm like a tourist, man. I just keep taking photographs. It's just so scenic. It's just so nice to look at. As soon as we hit our next waypoint, I'm going to prepare our G1000 for our approach. Get ready to activate that. Guys, I do hope you are enjoying the flight. Obviously, drop us a like if you like the flight, guys. That would be amazing. If you're new and you'd like to see more, please drop us a sub, and if you subscribe and an alert doesn't come up, just let me know you subscribed, and I will be very I will obviously thank you very much for your subscription, guys. It really makes a difference to kind of sharing this channel. It's a small channel, and you know, sharing it with more people, helping it grow so more people can enjoy views like this is absolutely amazing, guys. So thank you all for your support so far. It's been fantastic. It is a long holiday for the F1 drivers, man. Can't wait for an next Belgium GP. Yes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. How long is it now? How long is it until the Belgian GP, man? So the wind has really died down. It's only 2 knots at the moment. I'd get a lot more watching if I stream in the evening. Yeah, so because I'm going back to work soon, I might change the times around as well. I kind of just did to start off just the afternoons, because you know, you get audiences. It's afternoon somewhere in the world, right? So you get audiences from different parts of the world. But obviously, yeah, evening is much better for the Americans, that kind of thing. Belgian GP, 26th of August, awesome, man. So yeah, also what I've noticed is sort of the general aviation stuff isn't quite as popular. If you look at the Falcon jet, the supersonic stuff, a lot of the Airbus things, they do really well. General aviation, people kind of, you know, they prefer the big jets, and that's fair enough. But I like to do the GA stuff just to do something different occasionally. But yeah, I think when I go back to work, we might change the time of the stream as well. But for the next couple of weeks, it's Fridays 1 PM UTC. We'll stick to that for now, guys. Am I a Lewis Hamilton fan? Well, he's British, right? So I've got to support him. You're going to Spa? Awesome, man. I hope you enjoy. Have you got good seats? Alright, I'm just going to get this ready to go. There we go. Approach menu. Get ready to activate that leg. Okay, one more screenshot before we begin this left turn here, guys. That is Birmingham Airport, we can see there, just in the top right corner, just out of our window here. Yeah, I haven't watched as much F1 as I used to. I used to watch a lot, as I was saying to Venkatesh the other week. I haven't watched a lot of F1, but yeah, I still watch it occasionally for sure. Okay, we're not too far out of Birmingham now, guys. Just flying the last few stages of our approach. That is the airport right here. And yeah, and then we can start slowing down and attempt to land. Weather is looking okay, just a 5-knot wind here. Sirotkin's going to be a world champion in 2018. Really? Are you sure? 2028 maybe? Yeah, exactly, man. General admission was 150 euros each. Jeez, dude. I've never been to F1 like in person. I've been to a lot of other motorsport, been to a lot of touring cars, truck racing, bike racing, that kind of thing. I used to go and see the motorcycle races in Yorkshire, Oliver's Mount, every year. I've never been to F1. I think maybe one day I should go just for a practice day, just to see the cars. Would be quite nice, I think. But have a great time, man, and I'll be watching a race thinking, ah, one of my viewers is out there. Cool, man, enjoy it. Okay, where are we heading here? Not doing too badly. 8-9 miles away from our next turn. Cool. And that will start looping us in back towards the airport now. So let's just sit in this middle seat again for a little bit as we finish up our approach. The plane is still being thrown about quite a bit. Screenshot. Plane is still being thrown about quite a bit here, even though it's only a 5-knot wind. Quite a nice fast general aviation aircraft, this one, the Cirrus Jet as well. So we're not kind of just doing 100 knots in a Cessna. We're actually doing a fairly decent jet pace. But we've got the advantages of a small GA craft, because you can see all the scenery as well. The current Force India F1 team CEO is one of the most wanted guys in India. He's living in London in fear. Really? I had no idea. He's the guy, is he the guy who runs Kingfisher Group as well? I had no idea, man. I had no idea. Wow. What's he, what do they want him for, think Katish? Okay, this is our turn here. Heading out towards Olive, guys. Once we've made this turn, I'm going to activate this approach as well. Just keep an eye on these while we do this. Okay, so that's the Olive waypoint, guys, right there. Track is looking pretty good, so let's activate this approach now. There we go. Switch flight plan off, and we'll zoom in a little bit. That's out. Zoom in a little bit. Whatever. It's fine. There we go. So we are on our approach here. Someone's turning on to final for Birmingham. That's fine. Okay, so what we need to do here, guys, now we're on our approach, is we need to slow the aircraft down. I think I've pressed something. There we go. Lovely. That's easier. Right. Okay. So we'll slow it down to about 110 knots or so, guys, for our approach. And we've got a short loop round onto final. We'll pick up a localizer of glide slope and we'll make our way in. The wind is still causing us some problems, though. Enjoy the approach and enjoy the landing, guys. Hopefully it all goes well. Alright, that's our stall warning, so we'll put the flaps, gear, throttles. Took loan from bank and hasn't given payback currently. No airline and cancelled visa, really? Yeah, there we go. There we go, man. Crazy. Just make sure that throttle doesn't get too crazy, guys. Okay, so this is the airport directly ahead of us. And if we look out of our window, guys, we have some traffic here landing at Birmingham Airport. This is the guy who said he was on final. There we go, Mr. Flyby. Alrighty. Just check. All is well. All is well. There we go. Can we see the Flyby landing there off our nose? Not quite. Not quite. Okay. We're not going to stall yet, man. We're not going to stall yet. We're at the right speed for our flaps. I will just adjust it upwards a little bit. With no auto throttle, it's kind of hard finding that balance and getting the plane where it should be. Alright, speed is looking okay, guys. We are on. You can see how dark it's got. I told you we'd have a night landing. I'm just going to get our landing lights on as well, guys. Alrighty, let's take one last outside view just before our final here. See, now we've got one set of flaps down and our landing gear down. It's Birmingham Airport right behind us there. Butterfly landing, best of luck. Cheers, man. Thank you very much. I'll try. I will try. We'll see. We'll see, man. Fingers crossed. Cool, Venkatesh, thank you very much for joining us today. Yeah, I will see you next stream, man. I will fly in India at some point. Next stream seems like a good idea. We'll see. We will. I'll try my best, but it will definitely be soon if it's not next stream, man. Thank you very much. Take care, man. Glad you enjoyed it. You're enjoying it, guys. Alrighty, just coming up on our final turn here. Double check this. Yeah, 110.10. Cool. So dark outside. This is why I wanted to do like a sunset flight, so that, you know, we wouldn't have darkness the whole way. Get a nice sunset, and then we get a nice night landing. Cool. We'll call final. Let's get ready to pick up that localizer. It'll be good to see you flying in your homeland. Yeah, it will be good fun, man. It will be good fun. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to go for the localizer now, guys. Put the flaps to full. just get that throttle set to pretty much for cruise power. And hopefully we should pick up the glide slope. Nightbot is he's like an automatic moderator, but he kind of has commands. You can give him commands, and he will tell you things about the flight. He hasn't posted his commands today. I don't know if he's sleeping, but he usually does. Alright, so we're flying in to meet this flying in to meet the localizer now, guys. There we are. I believe we might be a wee bit above the glide slope, so I'm just going to go vertical speed mode. Apparently not. There we go. It's fine. There we go. Now we're going to go vertical speed mode. Select lower altitude. I'm going to try and catch this glide slope, guys. Just get my nose down a little bit now. Grab that glide slope. It's a nice it's a nice nose down angle as we tried to catch like that. Lovely. Glide slope. Glide slope. Also helps if we hit approach mode, guys. There we go. But there we are. I'm just going to fly this in, it's fine. So we forgot to hit thank you, Emma, thank you very much. Forgot to hit approach on my way in, but when you hit the localizer, guys, hit approach. And let's get this landed now. So yeah, hit approach on your way when you're established on the localizer, guys. I kind of got so distracted by talking and trying to meet the glide slope there, I forgot to press it. It's all good. Let's get this down now. .163 is okay, I guess. A nice, my god, wow. And taken by the wind on the runway. Lovely. There we go, guys. Welcome to 163. That's okay, I'll take that. Okay, let's clear off the runway here, guys, and then we'll park up and take in some replays. So the plane floats quite nicely. It does float quite nicely. Hey Emma, on your way to Verona in the new FlyJ727. Cool. Are you using the receiver INS, Emma, or are you using the FMC? There we go. Let's get ourselves parked up here, guys. Go. It's not one of my streams if I don't forget to press a button with you guys. Jeez, I get so distracted talking and looking at the chat and stuff. So yeah, we tried to catch the glide slope, and we would have had I remembered to press the approach button, but it's okay. We made it in at a decent rate. Hey, it's Simi, how you doing, man? Welcome, sir. You're flying with the FMS at the moment. In Europe, receivers impractical because of the amount of approach fixes. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough, that's cool. I was thinking of getting it just to learn the... Yeah, cheers, man. It was a good landing. Shame about, like I say, shame about that slight omission on approach. But yeah, it's all good, man. It was a decent enough landing. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I was looking at the 727 to learn receiver, but if it doesn't work in Europe, then probably not. What am I doing? We have just arrived in Birmingham, sir. We did some sightseeing in the Cirrus Jet. Shout out to Muller's. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't do shout outs, but hello, Muller. How you doing, man? How are you doing? Alright, let's get ourselves parked up over here, guys. Yeah, but we'll take in the replays, man. We'll take in the replays. Like I say, made a small mistake and forgot to hit approach, so we didn't catch the glide slope. So I was pitching down to catch the glide slope. Had I hit approach, we would have collected it. But I forgot to hit approach, so had to fly the glide slope bit manually. But it's all good. We made it down. We made it down. Receiver, there's a plugin called Receiver Helper, which can deconstruct a flight plan into receiver points. Receiver only supports 9 points. Yeah, exactly. That would be kind of useful. Should get UKX Birmingham as it's better. Sweet. Is that your one, Emma? Yeah, this is just the like the freeware Birmingham thing. You love my content. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And we'll just park up here, guys. Take the stand. We'll park at the stand. Why not? Let's park at the stand, guys. It's all good. And it's free. Oh, sweet. I'll grab it, Emma. Thank you. There we are. Welcome safely to Birmingham Airport, guys. Let's put these brakes on. Let's shut this plane down. So all you've got to do is just turn the fuel off, and then just turn everything else off as well. And there we go, guys. Happy days. Okay, let's go to replay mode, guys. Let's go back a little bit. There we go. We'll take in the landing from here. It'll be kind of dark. We'll put the night vision goggles on. That'll help. And there we go, guys. This is our. I use a joystick. Thank you so much for watching, Glassnob. Much appreciated, sir. And yes, I did pay for the game. I did pay for X-Plane 11. So here we go. This is our landing into Birmingham, guys. You'll see that I think I floated it all the way across the runway, but we got down okay at a great landing rate. It's all good. Check out that float. You look. The weird thing about this plane is that you look a lot lower than you actually are. It's insane. See, yeah, floaty, floaty, floaty. And then the wind takes us as we land. Cool. There we go. Yeah, it is very dark, man. It is very dark. But geez, that was yeah. It's a windy landing in the end as we got down there. Let's turn these off now. We'll take in one more cabin view here, guys. Let's just go back a little bit further. Here we go. So we're floating halfway down the runway. Should try Roblox. I haven't, man. I haven't tried Roblox actually. And yeah, just that wind as we came down. But hey, 160 odd per minute. That's fine. I will accept that, guys. Yeah, such a light aircraft just gets blown around by the winds there. Lovely. Alrighty. So, guys, that will do us for today's stream. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your subscriptions, etc., guys. Emma, it's good to see you here again. It's good to see all you guys here again. You, it's Simi, Glassnob, Neonas, Venkatash, all you guys. It's great to see you again. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next Friday. But until then, remember, you can always go around. Take care, guys.